Um, it's 2 in the morning. I'm shirtless. Um, I just had an epiphany. I have a boyfriend. Well, a partner, really. And I feel like before I met him, I had a secure sense of who I was. And I I knew what I stood for. I knew what I wanted to do in life. I knew everything, and I think meeting him made me realize that I didn't know anything. And that there's nothing that I'm going to know or that I can learn. So for me it's a lot of discover discovering parts of myself that I didn't know were possible and being okay with them blossoming. And a lot of these types of things, like, they've been in the background of my daily life. They've been speaking to me, whispering in my ear, and I think it might be time to listen a little bit more. I wanted to make a video because something popped into my head and I felt like I needed to share it. It's the fact that I felt like when I got into this relationship, I started looking more negatively, and I realized that that's just how my brain has been thinking for the entirety of my life, and that's kind of the only way I know how to relate to people and to express love and to share a moment is to say a negative thought in an effort to try and relate to the people around me. I would say the negative thoughts that people didn't want to say so that they trusted me more. It's often how I got recognized, because if not, then I would have just faded into the background. And I think that's one of my biggest fears, being forgotten. Because then you have no power. And that's something that I haven't yet become okay with yet. Because truly I don't have much power other than, whoa. Actually, never mind. I think I do. I do. Because it's like, yes, like, we do have power, but it's more silent. True power. True ability to command a space and to create an environment. I think when you are creating, you have the power. You have almost the authority in a space. You are technically playing God. I think, going back to what I said, I think being in a relationship, it shows you all of thinking patterns that you have previously ignored. And I feel the thinking patterns that I have been letting myself fall into again are what got me into a cycle of depression before. And I recognize it, and I understand, because that's how my family used to talk. That's how we just used to talk about things, and it's how I learned to gain respect. But now it does nothing. It's kind of useless. Because what are my words if not ones that come from gratitude, that come from love, that come from a place of need or of want? What are my thoughts if not things that aren't material? Because I know my love isn't material. My shame isn't material. My beauty isn't material. My joy, why does all of my life have to be material? If so much of the world's wonders, so much of the universe's gifts don't even require a word. I don't think it's that hard. But sometimes it is. And that's okay. I think watching all of this hurt and pain and watching these genocides happen in real time and witnessing the development of my own. It's sickening. It's truly hard to wrap my head around. But I know it's not new. This has historically been done before. In every way. Especially with my people. So I think I might just start learning from those people. My people. Cultivating those relationships. And bringing forth knowledge and bringing forth information that is vastly important. Especially within the current landscape and how horrible everything is becoming and is and has been. I know knowledge is my strong suit, and knowledge and the ability to share it is my gift. And I think being one that consumes, it makes me more susceptible, makes me more keen to knowing how to produce and how to share and how to give in the ways that people need it most. I think that's a beautiful way of thinking about things, because I have so many opportunities at my fingertips. I have so many reasons as to why I can get up every day. I have so many things that I can do that will help the people in my community, that will help my people, that will help people that I love, that will help people that I don't know and will never know. And I think that's beautiful. Because what do you mean I get to touch somebody's heart that I don't know? That are millions of miles away, but could incite a revolution, could incite the start of rebellious love, the start of something beautiful, and reflecting the beauty that was already inside them. I think that's one of the most beautiful things that you can do. I realize how much I love the world and how much I love the people in it. I was talking to my boyfriend a few days ago, talking about how as much as I play a big game, I really don't have hate in my heart. Not for genuine people. Not for people who are human and that care and just are. It's hard for me to have hate. Because there's so much more to that. Now, rage, that's a different story. But hatred, for me, only broods resentment, and only broods it's like this red bubbling up of acid inside of me. And I've seen it deteriorate me before. But hey, I got back up. And I will keep getting back up. No matter how long it takes. Nobody can define who I am. Nobody can define what I want to do. Nobody can define who I want to be and what I want to share but me. So in a way, I get to choose. Whatever I want to be. And I think that's beautiful. But what I want to be, I think, is a testament to all of the people who come before me. Who I want to be is a person that keeps tradition alive, that keeps memories going, and that keeps stories and tales and fables alive. I want to be able to tell the story of my ancestors to my great-great-grandchildren through dreams, and I want to be able to find my way through the spiritual world and into people's lives that don't even know they were related to me. I want to be able to create a bond that's stronger than super glue, that's stronger than flour and water. I want to create a bond that is stronger than any force willing to take it apart. That is what truly brings me the most joy, the most peace, the most freedom. Is being able to free others, whether or not I am free myself. I think right now is the perfect time to start. Because what was a revolution if not started by the most simplest of people? Me not being simple makes it all more important. I've been wanting to do this feng shui method or something like that, where I look through all of the things that I own and I just throw out everything that doesn't bring me joy anymore. Everything that doesn't remind me of home or remind me of something good. Everything that reminds me too much of home. I just want to throw it all out. Because I have so much clutter in my room. And I think that resembles a lot of what my head has been like. Holding on to past experiences and past hopes and past dreams and past things, and them intermixing with things that are brand new and fresh and waiting to be used and waiting to be dissected and waiting to be appreciated. I want my mind to be a shrine of my room, and my room is a shrine of everything that I've ever loved. And I think it might be time to purge out a little bit of it. Because I need to make room for all the love that's coming inside of me. Yeah. But all of the love that's like flowing through my veins and that is coming to me even more, like I don't know, I want to be able to look into my room and say like, damn, you really got things under control. But what is control? I don't know. Is control even that important? So I feel like why do I have to control everything? Why do I have to be in power? Why do I have to have so many of these things at my fingertips and be able to manipulate all of these things? Because what if I just want to be? What if I just want to act and have things act accordingly? You know? It's a lot. It's a lot. And I think society is so focused on gaining power and gaining privilege and gaining ability to be seen and gaining just acceptance that it's like I'm kind of tired. I'm kind of tired of trying to fight for power that I don't think I'm ever gonna have. I'd be fighting for power in a system that I don't even want to be in. So how am I gonna rechange the system if the very structures of it is just the worst thing that I've ever seen? Like, everything that's been in a position of power has been evil, and it's been corrosive, and it's been destructive, and it's been horrible to the members of our community. And why would I even want to do that? And I'm not even talking politically. I'm talking in the art world. I'm talking in pop culture. I'm talking in everything. Like, I don't know if I want to be famous anymore. I want to be remembered. I want to have a legacy. I want to be able to say that I had lived, and I've loved, and I've laughed, and I've cried, and I've made impacts on people, and I'm grateful to have said that I'm grateful to say that I have done that already. And that kind of makes me excited for the rest of my life, because if I can do this at my minimal knowledge and at the minimal talent that I have, minimal, but the stuff that will come to me later in time, the stuff that is meant for me in a different age or a different era of myself, I can't even imagine how deeply that must hit people, or will hit people. But I understand wanting to be in the public eye. I think a lot of why I do it and why I fight to do that is because I feel like I have to fight to have a voice, and fight to be able to change and inspire people. But why can't I do that with the people that don't have phones, the people that don't exactly have the resources to be indulged in pop culture, with the people that I'm friends with, that I love so deeply, don't use social media that much. They don't interact with pop culture. They don't subscribe to any of these commonalities and these damaging ways of thinking. So it's like, if my audience, if the people that I want to connect to the most is not even online, like, what's the point? Why don't I just go out in the real world and start doing these things? Why not? And I'm really hoping this video saves, because this is a lot of really good stuff that I've been thinking about that I think I just haven't had the time to get out. And I'm like, wow, this is kind of tea. But I think I'm gonna go get water and then go to bed, because it is 2 a.m. Senior year starts soon, which is kind of scary. But it's okay, it's whatever. It's actually not whatever. It's a very important year, but I also don't feel like it's that important, sadly. Like, yes, in the corporate world, yes, of course. Oh my god, absolutely. But in reality, it's really not. It's just imaginary. It's so much pressure put on freshly teenager, a old person, that just isn't necessary. I'm trying to de-stress, but it's also like, how? How? But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I feel good. I feel talked out. That was all I was wanting to say. Wow.